All right, good evening, everyone. Thank you all for joining United Spinal Association Greater Philadelphia Chapter's monthly educational webinar series. We are excited tonight to have Matt Tilford here to talk to us about staying active with Kelly Brush Foundation, The Active Project. Matt's journey is unique as he's worked within the disability community since he was 15 years old. His first job in high school was as an adaptive mobility installation technician, where he installed hand controls, van lifts, and stair lifts. Matt sustained a spinal cord injury during his senior year of high school, leading him to a career focused on the disability community. He isn't that new to Kelly Brush Foundation, as he's been a grant recipient and an ambassador of Kelly Brush Foundation since the program was launched. He brings with him experience in managing adaptive recreation programs, DME sales, spinal cord injury mentorship, and resource management. Matt's a full-time van lifter based out of SLC, Utah, who chases sunsets on his adaptive bikes, flies high on his wakeboard, and loves to camp off the grid where he connects with nature. We are excited to have Matt share his knowledge and experience with us tonight. During our webinar, please use the chat feature for any questions you may have. And during our presentation, there will be a point where you are all unmuted if you would like to engage in dialogue with Matt. Please view the chat box at the end of our webinar for links to both our YouTube channel, where you can view this and all of our other educational webinars, as well as a link to our membership page if you are not a member and would like to be of the Greater Philadelphia chapter. I would now like to welcome and introduce Matt Tilford.
Hello, thanks for having me today. Let's share my screen real quick. Awesome. This presentation is based on the Kelly Brush Foundation's Active Project, which is a relatively new program we offer. But before that, I'd like to give you a brief introduction because the introduction was already really great. But yeah, my name is Matt Tilford. I am the Community Engagement Manager for the Kelly Brush Foundation. I'm not new to the disability community. Before I was even part of it, I worked in it, installing hand controls, van lifts, things like that. My neighbor across the street growing up owned a business, and I just started pushing a broom in his shop at first and worked my way up to running his shop by my senior year in high school. I'm the former director of programs at the Society for Disabilities, a nonprofit out of California that ran water skiing, snow skiing, and tons of other adaptive programs. I also ran the San Francisco United Spinal Association for many years before I moved to Utah. I've got tons of experience in medical supply sales and operations. So yeah, my career has basically just been in the disability community. So the Kelly Brush Foundation, we were founded in 2006, right after our founder, Kelly Brush, sustained a spinal cord injury while she was in college. Her college ski race team wanted her to still be active, so they started a fundraiser to help her purchase her first hand cycle and sit ski or mono ski so that she could be out on the snow again with them. And we've kind of just kept that that ride going for 17 years, I believe now. Kelly is still very active in our organization. She's the president still and still is killing it every day. But yeah, we've kind of branched off into some other stuff than just a charity bike ride. We want to help other people purchase adaptive sports equipment, and that's what we learned just from Kelly's accident. So just to give you another little idea of what the Kelly Brush Foundation is, what we do, I have a short little video for you.
The love for an active lifestyle is universal. There are 12,000 new spinal cord injuries every year, and for the percentage of that population that really wants to find their identity again through being active, but are finding the emotional and financial barriers to being able to do it, that's what the Kelly Brush Foundation wants to be there for.
Whether or not you were an athlete before, it can really open your mind up to things that you can still do and what's still possible. We're now helping hundreds of people every year across the country buy adaptive sports equipment. We're getting people out doing any sport that they want to do and allowing people to be active.
Getting that grant gave me the opportunity to be a regular skier.
It's incredible what the Kelly Brush Foundation does. This adaptive equipment changes lives, not just our lives, but our families' lives.
It's propelled me to do things in my life I never thought I'd be able to do, and without them, I wouldn't be where I am today. Thank you so much for changing my life.
The Kelly Brush Foundation is just continuing to grow, and that's our goal. We want to be able to help more people get out, be active, engage with their lives, their family, and their friends. That's why I love doing this, and that's why I think we're making such an important impact.
So, and you see in the video, you see that, you know, you hear that we help people get active again. And some of those ways are through our grants. But before the grants, we really wanted to change the ski racing industry and make it a little bit safer, since that's how Kelly was injured and changed her life. So what we do with one of our programs is we help purchase safety equipment, netting, and stop the bleed kits and other things for the ski industry, and try to prevent spinal cord injuries and other injuries from happening just from there. But like I said, you know, we found out through Kelly's injury that adaptive sports equipment is really expensive, and we want to help people be active and not have that burden of spending 3 to 10 times more on equipment than our able-bodied peers. So the Active Fund is a grant that we have 2 cycles each year. We just opened up our fall cycle, and I believe it closes in September, but it opened on the 7th of this month. So you have some time to apply if you're looking at getting some equipment. 2 cycles. And last year, I think we did around $1 million in adaptive sports equipment grants to people with spinal cord injuries. We also offer the Path to Active program, which is one of my favorites. And that one is, if you've never tried a piece of equipment before and you want to try it, this is a great scholarship program that runs all year long. You can apply for. And this will give you $500 towards travel, hotel, you know, whatever it is, lessons. If an organization, you know, has fees for you to go and try the equipment, we want to help pay for that so that you can go out and try the equipment first. I think this is a really awesome program, especially if you want to apply for a grant for equipment that you've never tried before. It's most likely we're going to give you a Path to Active scholarship instead. And that's going to get you to whatever organization is closest to you, or whatever organization you choose in the country that specializes in whatever equipment you're wanting to try. And they'll help dial you into that equipment and make sure that you're going to apply for the right piece of equipment. Because say it's a hand cycle, there's so many options for hand cycles and for different ability levels. So utilize that if you've never tried equipment first. I really, really want to push y'all to try the Path to Active scholarship first. Then we have the Active Project. This is our newest program. It is a social platform that is free for anyone with a disability to sign up for. And this is going to be, or it already is, we already have over 1,000 users. There's already 330 plus organizations on here, but it's just a great way to connect with your community and adaptive sports organizations and vendors throughout the country. So we're going to open this part up to everyone. So if you have questions as I'm going through and talking about the active project, feel free to speak up and we can talk about it a little bit. But here is our website, and it's the active project website. And one of the most awesome features about this program is we have a live map that is filterable and searchable. So you can search just other users in the area, which is really cool. So as you see, we've got people all over the place, and you can update your own profiles. So let's come, not too far. There we go. We're just gonna go to where I'm at. So in Salt Lake, you can see my profile here. There's a quick description of the sports that I'm interested in, my location, and then we can dive in a little bit more. You can update your profile, put what you're interested in, you're about. You can add your social feed so people can connect with you. I love this because I travel a lot. I'm a full-time van lifer based out of Salt Lake City, but I travel all over the place. And I just got back to Salt Lake from a 6-week road trip to Vermont and back. And I used this feature specifically to find friends to recreate with along my trip. So let's see here. So yeah, as you're going around throughout the country, you can, like I showed you before, click users. You can filter, let's say, I want someone to go mountain biking with. And all the people in the area that are interested in mountain biking as well are going to populate for you. So then you can find other folks to recreate with. Another awesome feature is just on the program side, let's find an organization that offers mountain biking. So right now it looks like we've got quite a few over here. I actually stopped with this one in Cincy on my trip and did some mountain biking in Ohio, which was really fun. So another really awesome feature besides this really cool interactive map that you can search by sport. And like I said, there's pretty much any adaptive sport you can think of on here as well. But another really cool feature that I love about the Active Project is sports pages. So say you're newly injured or you just want to try something new and you have no idea about, this sport. Basketball is one of our biggest sports in our community, but I want to learn about it. So this page here is going to teach me pretty much everything that I need to get started with basketball. So we go over some of the point system and ability level considerations that you would need to take in basketball. If you're not familiar with basketball, there's classifications with injury levels that for competitive play. So that gives you all the info there. Equipment options, the ease of access, where you can find programs near you. Sports chairs. So we've went through pretty much all the vendors out there that offer a sports chair or basketball chair, and we've put those into this website as well, so that you can understand what kind of equipment you would need to get started. And then, of course, instructional videos. So, some people are visual learners and they want to see what it looks like. So we added some videos on here as well that will just go over some of the basics. This one looks like shooting.
You can see when Abby shoots that she's holding on to her chair. That's not something that everyone does. Some players will shoot a two-handed shot and they'll just let their chair be free, right? But Abby, for extra balance, because she's a lower class player, she'll hold her wheel with one hand and then she'll shoot with the other hand. And that means that like when she puts up the shot, she's not gonna like lose control of her chair and then lose control of her balance. Oh, right there. Right there.
So just to give you an idea, there's not only just the basics of dribbling and shooting and spacing and things like that. We also have transfers, so different injury levels transferring into some sports chairs that can help you see, what it's going to look like or what it's going to take to play. Tips and tricks, the rules, classification system, a little bit more in detail. Some of the equipment, leg straps, tips and tricks, things like that. And then transport, like how do I get this chair from my house to a gym? So that is our sports part. So we've already gone over, different sports pages, where I can find organizations that offer lessons and specific sports. How can I find other people in the community? And then something that we haven't fully launched yet, but can give you an idea of what it looks like, are events. So our events page isn't populated just yet, but I've added events to some of the organizations out there. So this is Wasatch Adaptive Sports in Salt Lake City, Utah. This is one of my local organizations that I do a lot of stuff with. And here's their event. So you're gonna be able to see each season what they have going on and how you can participate in their sport. So it looks like they do some weekly kayaking events, they do mountain biking, and they have cycling. They looks like a specific ladies ride as well. But we can learn more about it. Gives you an idea of where it's at, the times, where to register for the event, and also if you just want to pop over to WAS's website. Gives you an idea of like what ages are invited to this and what dates and times they are. Most events in the adaptive sports world, you need to register with the organization. So make sure if you are wanting to pop into an event, contact them first. Our events page, we are hoping to fully launch soon. So stick around for that one. Community. So we've got that member map we looked at. Forums is something that I'm playing around with right now, and we're trying to find, what is the best way to host our forums, moderate them, and what are some interesting topics that we want to put out on our forums. But we want to make sure that people have a way to chat and ask questions too. We've got a lot of people that have been in the spinal cord injury world, adaptive sports world for a long time, that are helping us out, and they're going to be on this platform to answer questions as well. Another awesome one is equipment classifieds. We're all trying to find equipment. Sometimes we can't afford something brand new, or we don't need something brand new. Great opportunity to sell equipment, used equipment. That one isn't up either just yet. We're still working on that page. But also, if you're applying for a grant to get a new piece of equipment, what are you doing with the old one? Are you donating it to an organization, or do you want to try to make a little bit of money off of it to go towards the new equipment? This is a great opportunity for that. And then links and resources. So grants, opportunities throughout the country. Kelly Brush Foundation isn't the only awesome org that's out there helping people with grants. There's also High Fives Foundation, Challenge Athletes Foundation, and Victoria's Victory Foundation. These three do national grants, just they serve anyone in the country. We are working on a state-by-state grant page right now that will just be added on to this. If I didn't mention already, this is called the Active Project. It's a project we're going to continuously build, take away, add more, whatever the community wants. We're gonna just keep looking at it as a project. So Active Project is a great way to connect with others, connect with organizations, learn about adaptive sports, and find some resources. I hope we can get more folks to participate in and use our platform to help them become more active. And I'm inviting you all to create an account and hop on there, and if you're new to something, learn from it. And if you have been around for a while and you can help educate other people and bring other people into the sports and grow specific sports, let's do it. I'm totally open to questions. If anyone has any questions about anything, I'll leave this page up so I can kind of move around if I need to. But feel free to shoot over questions whenever you need.